say something over the broadcast.
Ready, let's go. Good evening, folks, and welcome to the North American Grand Prix Race of Champions, coming to you live from Magny, Cours, somewhere in France. And got a special evening for you guys here tonight. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. If not, please chime in and let me know, because it's been a long day of upgrading, computer parts, and I just finally got it going, so we're good to go. I have my priorities straight. I gotta get my stuff working, upgrade, get all that done. You guys all understand how that works. So, without further ado, we are about to start qualifying here at Magny Course. We got a star-studded cast of characters here tonight racing. Former champions, both driver, team, competition index, special invite for those who, some past champions unfortunately could not attend, so they gave up their spot to other drivers here at NAGP to fill in for them. So we got Andres Prieto on track as we speak. Andre, native of Colombia. Last season, he won him and Brad Maris combined took home the team championship in GT1. Andre also won the season 11 GT1 title on his own. He had one win, one pole, 169 points. And it was a great season for Andre. He was in the Ferrari 575, if I recall. And I think, I believe that season, him and Brad took home the team championship as well as Anger Racing. Anger, Andre, G-E-R, Gearhead is what Brad Maris calls himself in the forum. That's how you get Anger. But nonetheless, Andre about to start his hot lap. Let's jump on board with it. Very critical here at Magny Cours. You want to carry as much speed as you can, and then you get that long sweeping right-hander that with a lot of gravel if you mess it all up, and it's just inviting you out, inviting you to run wide. And then you got this long straight into a hairpin. And this is a great section here, a couple chicanes into a little pretty tricky left-hander, and as you see, Andre's using all the curb. Andre had to drop a gear to get out of that situation. We got another chicane here coming up. A little different direction. This time is right, left, kind of uphill, a little bit tricky. Got to sit the car upright to get it comfy through that section. But a lot of guys, you see, when we race here, a lot of guys have a tendency to go off there as well. Into this final couple set of corners here in this final chicane. I'm going to try and take this, kind of straddle that corner and straddle this chicane here. It's very easy to upset the car and knock into that wall. And Andre checks in with the 36.8, first guy on the board. Now Nick Johnston. Johnston looks like Nick's not sure what's going on here with Nick. They had a little bit of trouble. And I should mention, if you're wondering why everybody's in the BMW M3 tonight, that's because we're running a spec race here tonight. Everybody will be in the BMW M3 E46. And a great car. We ran our first or second season here in NAGP on Thursday nights. We actually ran this mod for the entire season. I believe Chris Moses won that title. But this really is a great mod. These cars are a lot of fun to drive. They take a little bit of work to get them to do what you want it to do, but for the most part, they're a lot of fun. I should mention this is a Super Pole format, and Nick Johnston, not sure how much seat time he's had. He's filling in for, I'm not sure who, but he got a special invite to this race here tonight. And Nick is a little off the pace. Not sure he's had much time in this BMW leading up to tonight's race, but Nick, a couple seconds off. I'll tell you what, he showed some flashes of brilliance all the way up to the final. All the way to the end there in GT2 last season, fighting for the Drivers' Championship all the way through his first season at NAGP, and he did a tremendous job. Gup Douglas. Gup Douglas, multiple team champion, also won a driver's title in, let's see, let's go back here. When did Gup win that title? Well, that was Saturday League, first season of the Saturday League. No wins, no poles, no fast, no nothing. But he got was consistent, scored enough points to take the win. So, congrats on Gup. Gup also is teammates with Chris Moses in the GT2 league, and last season they actually won the GT2 championship. So, Bubba Gump breaking a little late into that hairpin. great shot of these BMWs going through that chicane. Big lurch from Guppa. Guppa's been with us since the very beginning. Guppa was one of the guys that helped get this league started. So, oh, and as I mentioned, Guppa losing his front clip, taking a little too much of that inside curve and caught some of that dirt, sand, and well, there you see the result. It looks like he's going to finish this lap. Not sure if we'll have Johnston beat. Maybe. Spent a lot of time out in the weeds. Oh, he's way off. Oh, 48.6 for Bubba Gump. Greg Myers now on track. Greg, Saturday season 3 champion, LMP1, 6 win, 10 poles, 95 points. Great season there. Also won in the P1s in season 5. So Greg has a couple titles under his belt, a couple team championships with GT2 when he teamed up with Aaron Parsons for a couple seasons. Those guys won the championship a number of times, and they split up. Greg, another veteran here at NAGP, been around pretty much forever, going back to 2007. Greg a couple seconds off Andre's pace there. Clocks in here. I'm sorry, Greg. P3 for Greg with a 140.1. David Poole. David and Andrew Warner winning the team championship in season 17 of GT1. Championship fight that went right to the end, just edging out Anger Racing to claim their first ever GT1 championship. They were in the fight last season as well. David Poole actually was also in the fight to the end in the Drivers' Championship. And Aaron Parsons were 1 and 2, and Aaron just edged him out there at the end, the last race. Pull up 0.03 of a second there in second 2, so he's got a great lap going. Let's see if he can hold on to it here. These last couple corners are very, very critical. This one in particular, you can lose it all if you get that chicane wrong. Looks like Dave might have, and he does, with a 36.5, just edging out. He had a really great third sector there for Poole, so nice run by him. Picked up 3/10 there in the final sector. His teammate Warner, as I mentioned, him and David winning the championship. Season 17, driving the Ford GT1s. One of my favorite cars. I have yet to drive it, but one of these days I hope. Werner up 3/10 in Sector 1, so he's got a pretty good lap brewing. Let's jump on board with him. A lot of different ways people take this particular corner. Some guys swing out wide onto the green stuff, but Andrew with a lot of wheel spin on exit, that's going to hurt him most likely. Lost a bit of time. He's down 7/10 here in Sector 2. If you're just joining us, we're at Super Pole qualifying here at the North American Grand Prix Race of Champions at Magny Cours. It's really nice through that final chicane. Warner checks in the P3 with a 37.7. Christian Hamilton. Christian filling in for, it might be Sportelli, I'm not exactly sure. Sportelli, he is a former champion, unable to attend here tonight. Christian behind, about a little over a 10th after Sector 1. Sluggish through that chicane. Lost a bit more time. Not too bad though. Still only 6/10 off David Coles' provisional lap. Hamilton finishes in P4 just ahead of Nick Johnson. Marty, you're in? Marty on track now. Those watching, just updated the live timing there on your screen, so if you're during the race, you can bring that up and follow your favorite driver on track. So Marty and his teammate Ian Jolicoeur, winners of a couple team championships. Marty also Saturday, GT1 Season 4 champion. Marty and Ian, as part of Kung Fu Racing, they won the championship in GT2. 14. Driving the E92. A little different than this car, but also winners of the team championship in season 17 as well. Both Marty and Ian. Ian will be joining us tonight, unfortunately. We'll see, we may have a couple guys join in after this session. The race is 45 minutes as Marty finishes in P3 with the 37.6. David Poole currently on pole. John Solberger. Solberger, season 11 team champion with Aaron Parsons. These guys drove the Viper competition coupe. Solberger joined the GT2 season kind of late once he found out that the Camaro was in the car pack and nobody had selected it. So being a Camaro owner, he decided to take part in that in GT2 as well as he was already racing in GT1. A few notable races for John. He's had some pretty nice finishes in the Camaro. Not the easiest car to get around track sometimes, but ooh, Solberger with a big slide. Solberger's also been around with us with NAJP for a number of years. Very experienced racer. Solberger, P6 with a 38.8, just behind Christian Hamilton. Tiago Canola now about to start his hot lap. Tiago, native of Brazil, stormed onto the scene in season 12 with his teammate Bruno Set. Tiago winning the team driver's title, and Tiago and his teammate Bruno winning the team championship. Tiago also went on to win the season 17 GT2 championship. Both of his championships have been in GT2. His first championship win was in the Mosler. Car not often picked. Actually, I haven't seen it used probably since Tiago won it way back in season 12. He can make any car go quick, especially that Porsche. As he's up here in Sector 2, he pretty much rewrote the book as far as pit strategies go last season in GT2. Driving the 997 Porsche, just missing out on the the Drivers' Championship, losing out to Aaron Parsons, but nonetheless, put on a massive display of pit work that allowed him to win. Ooh, and he just nips David Poole by 100th of a second. Wow, really close lap. Kevin Savoy. Kevin. If there was a prize or a championship for pole positions, Kevin would be the man, as he is dynamite in qualifying. Can certainly throw down a hot lap. Kevin is also filling in for another absent ex-champion. So these invites were given out to all the previous champions here at NAGP. And quite a few attending here tonight. A lot of those champions, some of them from the other side of the pond there in Europe. Tried to make the start time for this race as early as possible to try and get some of those guys to join up. We got one. We got Canavan, I think. We might have somebody else that said, wow. running wide there, the exit of that chicane, and still only down by 0.07 of a second. I believe he lost quite a bit of momentum there, so we'll see how he handles this final sector. Took a lot of curve there. Not going to be enough. So he lost a bit of time there, so Kevin slots into P4. We got Canavan now. Dave Canavan, Irishman, GT2 Season 14 champion in the Ferrari 430. Also won the team championship with PMR in Season 13, GT1, driving the Viper, as well as, Season 12 as well in the Saline. So. You know what? Canavan and his teammate Dave Raleigh in Season 15. Also in the Saline, those guys won a championship as well. I don't believe Dave Raleigh is here. Yeah, he may show up, but we'll have to wait and see. Canavan's down 3/10. Raleigh and Canavan. Couple of flamboyant hot dogs. Both of them love the spotlight. Therefore, that tandem ended quick after that particular season. They parted ways. But Canavan had a great final sector there. And slots into P3. So nice lap by Canavan. Brad Maris now. Brad, you watch us here in GT2. You guys are familiar with Brad. Brad is my normal co-host here on Monday nights during the GT2 season. Looks like Brad is on his outlap. He was asleep at the wheel there. I'll have to wait till Brad comes around to start his hot lap. Only a couple guys remain after Brad, Parsons and Moses. But as I was mentioning, Brad does do the commentary with me on Monday nights. Brad does a great job. Very technical. Provides a lot of great insight, so it's great to have him on board, because if it was just me, like I am here tonight, we'd be falling apart at the seams. But I do my best. So now Brad finally off on his hot lap. Brad has been pretty successful, let's just say, here at NAGP. Season 2 GT1 champion, Season 5 GT1 champion, Season 6 GT1 champion, Season 8. One of our only seasons we ran on Race On Caterhams. Brad Maris won that, Season 8. GT1 champion, Season 8 as well. And the tandem of Brad Maris and Andres Preto at Anger Racing, they have won several, I believe it's 6 or 7 team championships, a record, as Brad is up in Sector 2 by 0.07 of a second. undoubtedly they've been the most successful team here in GT1. Both those guys, incredible talent. So most recently last season, they won season 18. Brad and Andre, another GT1 title as Brad takes pole by over a tenth with a 36.4. That's a great lap by Maris as Aaron Parsons now hits the track. Parsons are last season winning GT1 and GT2. The only other time that was done was by Chris Moses. And Parsons has been with us since race 1 at Watkins Glen way back when in 2007, and has never looked back. Native of Australia. I actually spoke to his brother yesterday. He's under the weather. Chris Parsons, not going to make it tonight, unfortunately. Did what I can to get him to come back, but maybe the next race of champions we'll see him back on track. So Aaron, as I mentioned, multiple-time winner, GT1, GT2 champion, as well as multiple team champions. He's behind a little bit here in Sector 2, behind Brad. May be able to take P3. We'll have to see where he ends up at the close of this lap. P2, great. Had a really nice last sector there. A lot of these guys are making up a lot of time at the end, but not enough to clip Maris there at P1. So Chris Moses, another multi GT1, GT2 champion, as well as multiple team championships. Okay, coming really close. The exit of that corner, almost catching a piece of that gravel there. Chris up 100th in Sector 1. Oh, this season we did run these these BMWs. Chris Moses actually did win the championship that season. Definitely very quick here. Very quick in this car. He definitely likes this car. He's mentioned it to me in the past. He's behind 2/10 here in Sector 2. Lost a bit of time in the middle there. Let's see if he's able to pick up any time here at the end. A lot of curve there. Ooh, and he just misses out. Oh, got 2/10 off Maris's pole lap, and that only good enough for 5th for Moses. So there you have it. Brad Maris, my co-host, putting on a show here in the Race of Champions, taking pole here at Magny Course. Aaron Parsons in second, Canola third. Those guys really close. Wow, Parsons with a 36.522, and Tiago 0.03 of a second off of his time with a 5.25, and David Poole with a 5.37. So those three guys really, really close. So we're just going to move it on here to warm-up. I'm sorry, qualifying 2. Let's see if a couple guys join up here. and see if we can grab Brad here for a word. Brad, do you copy?
Yeah, I got you, Al.
Great lap, Brad. Sensational. Great last sector there. Why don't you walk us through it there for us?
Yeah, well, first of all, how the heck do you like those apples, Al? Woohoo!
Yeah, that's
actually it felt like
good pat on the back to yourself when you can throw it on pole in the Race of Champions, right?
Yeah, against these guys, and honestly, it seemed to me I gave up quite a bit of speed there in that third sector, so that's the one I thought was really going to kill me. But the rest of the lap felt real good. I was able to hit good lines through there, and of course one cut track, and you're stuck in the back of the grid here to start tonight, so definitely wanted to avoid that. But it felt good. I gave up a couple tenths there in the last sector, but other than that, it was a pretty clean lap, Al.
Yeah, I noticed some of these guys were a little getting a little carried away there going through the curbs. So, but hey, you know, it's if you're not throwing it all out there, then I guess you're not trying. But anyway, Brad, congratulations on a great pole lap. You know, of all the championships you won, I just ran through them. Which is the sweetest for you? Which one brings you know, the most joy to you? The one that the one you earned the most, I would say. I guess I should say.
No, boy. I hate to do it to Aaron Parsons, also a great champion, fantastic champion. He had a little bit of luck in our 3-hour finale at Hockenheim in season 8, I'm going to say. And I was behind in that championship, but he had a little bad luck. A guy got between us. He couldn't quite get past. As I finished third, I needed to win with that scenario to come away with the championship. And it was 3 hours of just an absolutely perfect drive that last race. I didn't do a wheel wrong. Absolute perfect race over the course of 3 hours. That one felt really, really good, and definitely one of my my best remembered moments here at NAGP.
Oh, looks like we got another guest here in the house, Chris Moses. Chris, are you there? Do you copy?
5x5, Al. Just a quick report. My apologies. Just a quick report from the race stewards. On the order, we had David Poole on a four-wheel cut at turn 12, and Andres Prieto four-wheel cut at turn 8 as Nick Johnson, so they all been moved to the back.
Wow. Stunning turn of events here in the Race of Champions. So I'll pose the same question I posed to Brad. Which is the sweetest championship out of all the ones you've won? I know it's kind of hard to pick, but they're all nice. But which one felt the best for you?
I gotta say, the one that felt the best was the first GP1 championship. After I ran so well, a couple previous seasons, and had bad luck, and it all came together. Had a nice, perfect season. I couldn't hardly did anything wrong that season, so it just felt like a good body of work, to put it that way.
Well, congratulations to the both of you guys. You guys have really put on quite a display throughout the years here at NAGP, and appreciate all the help you guys put into the league as well. So good luck tonight. I'll let you guys go and try and keep the car in one piece.
Thanks, Al.
All right. All right, well, there you have it. A couple guests here, Brad and Moses, talking about their experiences here at NAGP. So as you heard Chris say, we had three cuts here: Poole, Prieto, and Nick Johnson. It's going to be interesting watching those guys battle from the back, but it's all in good fun. So as we head to warm up, I'm just going to take a quick couple minute break here. I'll be right back. Back. I just want to mention to everybody that sign-ups for season 19 of GT2 and GT1 are open, so if anybody out there has never raced with us before and might be interested, now's your time. Draft is next week, and week after that is the first round Super Bowl, so still got plenty of spots open. And encourage you guys to sign up. It's a lot of fun, as you can see. You get grids up to in the 30s at least for GT2, and pretty close to it in GT1. So it's if you don't think you're quite that quick or what have you, there's plenty of racing up and down the field. So even if you're not up front, there's still plenty of guys to do battle with. So again, hopefully you take the opportunity to sign up and join us for some great sports car racing here at North American Grand Prix. What could be our final season for one of these leagues, not sure which, but there are some rumors that we may be trying something new next season, let's just say. So not going to spill the beans yet, but we'll post something soon enough, and once we do all of our testing here to figure out what we're going to move on to or try out, let's say. And I should say we also mentioned that we do give out prizes. We give out team championship prizes, driver prizes, competition index prizes. So even if you're not winning every race, or as long as you complete the most, cover the most distance throughout the season, you still have an opportunity to win something. So with that said, we're moving off to the race. So starting from pole, Brad Maris, followed by Aaron Parsons, Tiago Canola, Chris Moses in 4th, Canavan in 5th, Kevin Savoy starting 6th, Marty Uren will start 7th, Andrew Warner 8th, Christian Hamilton 9th, John Solberger 10th, Greg Myers 11th, Gup Douglas 12th, David Poole will start 13th, Andres Prieto 14th, and Nick Johnson will be bringing up the rear. David Poole, Prieto, and Johnson all bagged for cuts, so they're starting from the back. Conditions are nice, 62-degree ambient, 80-degree track temp, and clear skies and sunny. Perfect for racing. These first couple sets of corners can be tricky here at Magny Cours, especially turn 2, where guys running side by side, we've seen them get bumped and bumped off into the gravel. So hopefully these guys can try and hold their lines and not do anything over the top here in these opening laps. But we're about to start. 5 seconds to go here at the NHEP Race of Champions. Enjoy the show. Green flag, and a great start by, I believe that's Chris Moses, rocketing around Canola, and Moses jumps into P2. Looks like the guys in the back got through turn 2 pretty close, as Maris now is really putting the hammer down, going into the straight. Really clean first lap. Heavy braking zone. Parsons having a look on the inside of Canola. He might have him. Ooh, he got hung up on that curbing. Nick Johnson having some trouble. He's languishing back in 14th, and Christian Hamilton, he must have got caught up in something. He's back in 15th. Meanwhile, Brad Maris is really hammering it. Him and Moses have started to pull away from the rest of the pack. I'm sorry, that was Canavan. David Poole has worked his way up to P9. That's right on board with Poole from the bumper. right behind his teammate Andrew Warner in GT1. Andre having a look on the inside of Myers, and he gets by him. Great pass by Andre. Wow. Poole looks like he's going to get by his teammate Werner. Tiago. Tiago's falling back to fifth. Tough stop for Tiago as he's really bump drafted Marty down this long straight here. It's like he might have him. He does. Nice pass by Canola. One of these Savoy got real out of shape. Allowed Moses to get by, but he's back on the bumper of Moses. Board says 28 laps. Not sure if we're going to go laps or distance here tonight. Scheduled for 45 minutes. Running order is Maris, Canavan, Parsons, Canola, Uren, Moses, Savoy. David Poole now up to 8th. Solberger now being run down by who's in 9th. Ooh, as we got it off here. Looks like that's Poole. Poole goes into that gravel. That's going to drop him back to 12th. Cup Douglas running in 13th. Nick Johnson back in 14th. And Christian Hamilton looks like he's struggling in that BMW back in 15th. Right now, looks like the battle is between Uren and Savoy. Looks like Savoy has dropped another position now. Loses a position to Marty. Looks like Marty's going to have a look on the inside of Moses. Nope. Big lurch by Marty and Savoy as well. Marty giving Moses all he can handle early on here. Meanwhile, Canavan not letting go of Maris. Maris he's got about a second over Canavan. Moses still hanging on to that 5th spot. Marty's dropped back a little bit, and Marty's got his rear view full of Kevin Savoy. Not close enough for Savoy to make a move. David Poole. Not close enough on Solberger. Myers. Johnson now up to P13. Cupper back to 14th, and Hamilton continues along in 15th. Poole really throwing that BMW around. He's already thrown it off track once. Ooh, hard on the brakes. Looking on the inside of Solberger. Solberger doing a nice job fending off Poole here. Canola, current fast lap of the race on it with the 37.371. Maris just set his personal best of a 37.4. Canavan matches it nearly with a 4.05, so those guys are really lockstep. Johnston now all over the back, heavy on the brakes going into that hairpin. Ooh, Andrew Werner running a little wide. That's going to allow Nick Johnson to get by for 11th. So it's like Andrew feeling the heat from Nick. Throws the car off track. Or into the marbles, I should say. And really lost a lot there. But Andrew really back on it. He's caught back up to Johnston. So Canola now starting to reel these guys in. He's just set fast lap of the race and is now caught up to Aaron Parsons. He's currently in third. Oh, and looks like we missed a pass for the lead as Canavan has gotten by Brad Maris. I'm not sure what has happened there. Apologize for missing that. Looks like Brad might have made some type of mistake that allowed Canavan to get past. Minutes into this race, scheduled 45-minute, 28-lap event. Currently working lap 6. Parsons now all over the back of Brad. Parsons takes a look at Brad at the end of this long straight. One thing about the spec racing here, racing is extremely close. Everybody's in the same equipment. Is what changes you make to the car. Other than that, everybody's on the same playing field. So 1 through 4 within a couple seconds of each other. It's really tight. So further back, Chris Moses now put some separation between himself and Marty, trying to catch up to this pack out front. And not too far off. Meanwhile, Marty's still contending with Kevin Savoy. I think that's kind of helped Moses a little bit here as Marty's trying to hold off the pressure Savoy's applying, and pace has slowed down a little bit in comparison. Ooh, wow. Taking it out really wide there at the exit of that chicane. That could have been devastating. Oh, we lost somebody. like Johnston's out. Not sure what happened to Nick, but he is out of the race. And David Poole back in 9th. Solberger, he's gotten around Solberger. Warner with a big slide into the hairpin, running in 11th. Myers 12th. Douglas 13th, and Christian Hamilton up to 14th. Right now, the closest battle on track is between Savoie and Marty. It's right along with Kevin. Oversteer by Kevin. I'll tell you what, he's caught up to, had a good exit. I'm going to take a look on Marty on the inside. It's like, ooh, just had a look. Ooh, Marty, hard on the brakes. He might have gave it to him. Nope. Looks like Marty's going to hang on to it. Marty braking very late. Going into that final, going into that hairpin. Really lost the car. This is the battle for 6th spot. And Andres now has joined this fight. Andres started next to last, now up to P8. So Andre working his way up through the field. Back out front now, Brad. So we're following that other action. Now Brad has fallen victim to Aaron Parsons. With Canola hot on his heels. Should be interesting going into this hairpin. Everybody taking a look. Nobody making the move. Smoke. And these guys are really laying it down. On board with the leader, Canavan. Been an incredible pace to this race early on. These guys are not letting. Ooh, Parsons, a little too much curve there. That could have been another. That could have been a serious impact into that wall, and he's dropped 2 positions now to 4th. Meanwhile, Moses has caught up to this battle. Parsons having a look on the inside of Canola. Ooh, these guys, all three of these guys, extremely tight. Meanwhile, Canterman's loving this. Parsons way wide. Looks like Moses may have a look on the inside. He might take him. He does. So Parsons, 2 mistakes. This lap has dropped him down to 5th. Battle for second continues to rage on here as Canola. We might have a run on Maris down this straight. Nearly side by side to the turn 2. It's not quite close enough as Moses blows that. Drove a little too deep. Losing a bit of time to those guys. Savoy and Marty continue to go at it here. Incredible pace. These guys aren't too far off themselves to the guys up front. That was a pretty bold pass by Savoy. Hang on to it. Currently working lap 12 on the scheduled 28. Having a look. Nope. Ooh, Maris. Little too much curb there for Brad on exit. Wow, these guys really pushing as hard as they can. And Brad just taking a little too much. That drops him back to 8th. Amazing. Marty as well. Marty has had, I believe, some type of mistake. He's dropped back to 7th. These two were really, Savoy and Marty were really going at it most of this first half of the race. Kevin now has moved up to 5th. Meanwhile, Moses now up to 3rd. And right on the bumper of Tiago Canola. We lost somebody else. Hamilton out. On the inside, heavy on the brakes. It was pretty close. back on board, remain on board with Moses. This battle for second is just incredible. Parsons, after that couple mistakes back and forth. Savoie still running in 5th. Prato right behind him in 6th. Marty 7th. Maris remains in 8th. David Poole running in 9th. Warner 10th. Solberger back in 11th. And Greg Myers and Gup Douglas. Nick Johnston and Christian Hamilton have retired from this race. This is a battle right now, folks, for the second spot. It's between Canavan, Canola, and Moses. These guys are almost unflappable. We've seen a couple mistakes here, but from a few guys, most notably Parsons and Maris, but I think that's just a result of these guys just really laying it all out, trying to get this win here tonight. Another notch on these guys' belts here. You could say you won the race of champions. We were the best of the best for one night. Chris Moses has taken fast lap of the race with a 36.990. The only guy in the 36s. Canola not far off with the 37 flat. Canola, bit of a moment. Hangs on to it. Looks like he got a little piece of that grass on exit of that chicane and upset the car a little bit, but he hung on to that position. Downside of running spec cars is you really got to get close to somebody, especially down a straight like this. Either that or brake as late as you can and hope you make it stick. Ooh, as Moses really gets close to the back of Canola. Savoie with a bit of a moment there on exit, and Marty as well. These guys, some of these guys look like they're having a bit of trouble putting the power down at the exit of some of these corners. Looks like Brad may have a look on the inside of Marty. I think Brad makes it stick. Wow, nice pass by Brad to take 7th from Marty. Looked for a moment there that Brad was going to follow him off track, but he was able to get the car to stop and turn. So nice pass by Brad. Andrew Warner, not sure what happened to him, but he's found himself now back in 13th. We got about 15 minutes to go in this one. Right now it is Canavan leading. Tiago second. Moses running in third. Canavan's lead only about a second over these two, but he's been able to maintain that gap through most of this race. He had a great start, shot his way up to P2, got by Maris to take the lead. Handful of laps into this race, and hasn't really looked back. But I'm sure he'd wish that that Canola and Moses would. As now looks like Canavan might have had a bit of a mistake that's allowed Canola now to attach to the rear of his bumper. That's what we call the broadcaster's curse. Whenever we talk highly of somebody, they either screw up or stuff it into the wall or put it into the weeds. We'll see if Canola now is able to take advantage here of Canavan's mistake. Canola taking a look on the inside. He might have him. Canavan defending that inside lane. This will be quite the pass if Canola can. Ooh, Canola missed his brake mark. And that's going to allow Moses possibly to get by as they're side by side at the exit. And they remain side by side. It's like Moses, he's going to have the advantage through that corner. And see if Canola tries to answer. Canola throws it to the inside. Heavy on the brakes, nearly got into the rear quarter of Moses. But Moses going to hang on to that spot. Wow. One slight mistake by Canola trying to make a move on Canavan for the lead. Drops him back a position. Wow. How quickly things can change here. With that, was Moses, you see, he's having some issues laying the power down, but he's lurking there in the back and forth. Aaron Parsons now is caught up to these guys. This battle up front has, although the names, the leaders, and the different positions have changed, it still remains tight. 1 through 4, 1 through 5. I can tell you the last thing Canola wants is Moses to get by him. See if Canavan can withstand this pressure now from Moses. Incredible action here at the Race of Champions. Moses started in 5th, if I'm not mistaken. It's a 3-4-way battle for the lead. Intense action. Those of you not sure where to brake or turn here, end of LG, bang a left. Turn it as hard as you can left. A little bit of advice for you. That's all I can give you. So Moses may have a look on Canavan on the inside. Canola tried this move, and Moses... Oh! Moses gets into the rear. Oh, Moses broke way. He really went for it. But a little bit of contact there. That looks like our first bit of contact as Savoie doing some lawn mowing. Not sure what happened, but he's back on track now. He's going to probably fall back to 8th, possibly 9th. As Moses now doing a bit of the same, has now dropped back to 4th. That's now allowed Parsons to move up to 3rd, and Canola up to 2nd. The guy out front remains unfazed as Canavan continues to put on a display here, keeping his composure amongst all this intense pressure coming from the guys behind him. Uh-oh. Well, looks like Canavan's going to hang on to it, but Canola really, really strong at the exit. Looks like Canavan has been keeping, holding on to that inside line. I think that's a smart play on Canavan's part. If you're going to pass him, he's going to want you to do it on the outside, and it's not an easy thing to do. Under 10 minutes left in this one. Currently working lap 21, so it's going to go on time. Let's quickly take a look at the guys further back. Preto on his own in 5th. We got Maris, Uren, Poole, and Savoie. All 4 of these guys fighting for that 6th spot that Maris is hanging on to. Solberger really on his own back in 10th, as is Myers in 11th. Gup Douglas running in 12th. And Warner has parked it. We've seen a few of these guys take some chances here. Canola and it's Canola now taking another look on the outside of Canavan. See if he tries to do the old up and under move. Nope, not gonna work. Canavan defends it well. Moses really pushing to catch up to these guys as Canola has a bit of a lurch, and it's allowed Parsons, and now Moses is back in this fight. Wow. Whoa. Now, oh, Canola gets in the back of what's Canola got into the back of Canavan, put him out of shape, and Moses takes advantage, and it was like the parting of the Red Sea. He went right through and took the lead. Canavan now back in 2nd. Looked like he ran Parsons a little wide there. I don't know if he was trying to drive him out to the grass, but it was close. And now Canola's dropped back to 4th, and now Preto, amongst all that action, has now caught up to these guys and is in 5th. So now it's a 5-way fight for the lead. Holy smokes. Canavan now trying to work the outside line. That's not happening. Unbelievable. It looks like Canola, under braking, just gave Canavan a little bit of a tap. That was enough to upset the car. Looks like Canola might have slowed down a little bit, and in doing so, Parsons had to check up, and there was a lane wide open for Moses to take the lead. Wow. As Canola now is trying to fend off Parsons and Prieto. Pace has really slowed down for these guys. Last lap for Moses with a 38.5. His best is a 36.9. You can attribute that to this hard racing that's been going on here this evening, especially late in this one. Moses now up front, and he's put a bit of time distance between himself and Canavan now. About a second, and close to a second. On board with Andre, who is now, like I said, up to 5th and all over the back of Aaron Parsons. We've got about 2.5 minutes left in this race. On board now with Parsons, currently in 4th. Well, unless Moses makes a mistake here late in this race, I don't think Canavan at the moment is quite close enough to make a move, but this could be a very exciting finish here. Moses, huge slide into the hairpin. Wow. Almost drifted the car through there. You can see how close it is, folks. 2 seconds separating 1 through 5. Try and have a chat with the podium once this is done. It should be the final lap here after Moses crosses the stripe. And now that gap between him and Canavan, yeah, it's just not close enough for Canavan, but tell you what, Canola and the rest of these guys all with a shot here to get into the podium. Get onto the podium, I should say. As Canola having a look on the outside of Canavan. Canavan does a great job defending that position. Canola's got a... He feels a little bad for getting into the back of Canavan, who had this... it looked like he had this race in the bag, and he gives him another little tap. Oh, as these guys... I think Canavan's getting a little irritated. That's allowed Parsons now to move up to third. Canola back to fifth now as Prieto up to fourth. Unbelievable. I think Canola was just trying to get him a little out of shape to try and get a move by. And then Canavan immediately slams the door on exit. I think he had enough of the taps. Looks like we got one to go. And you gotta hand it to Andre. Started from next to last, I believe, and up to fourth. So Andre is laying it down. Having a great race, staying out of trouble, finds himself with a chance to end up on the podium here. Now Parsons taking a look on the outside. With Andre. These guys got to realize that that's the move. Defend that inside line and you'll be alright. As Moses now way out in front. Looks like he's going to be able to coast to a victory. Should be an interesting last couple corners here. Ooh, Andre really pushing hard to try and steal that last spot. Not close enough. That's going to do it. Moses takes the win. Canavan second. Parsons third. Andres fourth. Canola fifth. Brad Maris is going to take sixth as these guys really close to the end here. Marty, you're in sixth. Poole seventh. Solberger is going to take eighth. Solberger, pretty quiet night. He had some, was involved with good battle with Poole early in the race, but after some separation, fell back to 8th. Greg Myers is going to take 9th. Up Douglas will finish 10th. Andrew Warner, Christian Hamilton, Nick Johnston, all out. As is Savoy as well. Oh, there you have it. Incredible finish here. Incredible race as Chris Moses wins the Race of Champions. Dave Canavan takes second, and Aaron Parsons takes third. And I should mention Andres Prieto with a great run there to take fourth. See if I can get these guys into to the channel here. Give me 1 second.
Oop. Hello.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, all right, here we go. There we got everybody. The podium is the podium here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right, congratulations, Chris, on a great race. Some frantic action there near the end. Canavan, let's start with you, leading much of the race after you got by Brad Maris. We saw you get into it a little bit with Canola. What happened there? Describe what happened.
Well, first I'd like to say that has to be the most electric start you've ever seen in any GP history.
Well, it was a great start. We did make note of that.
Settled down behind Brad and just, I could notice he was struggling with that second turn even more than I was. And then it looked like he went in too deep once, tried to get the car rotated in the middle too much, and it just got out of shape. Got a run on him and got by him. Yeah, I was trying to manage tires a wee bit. Stood there along, the boys were obviously a bit faster than me, but it's easier to be chased than be the chaser. And Moses came, I think Moses was the first one to really have a go at me, and I thought he overshot himself, and that Adelaide hit him, and I sort of let the car run wide a bit, bumped him back to fourth. I think I felt a bit bad about that, like, but these are touring cars, like, so bumping as racing. And then Thiago, I don't know if he was getting effed off with me blocking him or defensive driving or whatever, but 4 or 5 times he had a good whack at my rear bumper, and there in the second last lap he really did it, and I was just alright, I can bump back just as hard as you can, get back ahead of him again.
Well,
just try to hold off Ezra.
Well, it made for some entertaining racing to watch. Ezra, you had a shot there at the start as well, and we caught your little moment there at the exit of that chicane. You nearly kissed the that wall there. It could have been really ugly. And then later that lap, you ran wide into that after the chicane there, that long left carousel turn. How was the race for you tonight?
It was a lot of fun. Got an absolutely terrible start. For some reason, the car just bogged down off the start. And then I was chasing Brad and David. Looked like I had a pretty good pace. But then that chicane, like you said, the car just went crazy on me, like I'd never experienced before, and I had to do everything I possibly could to stop from crashing into the wall. And then at the Nürburgring chicane, I tried to avoid cutting, and I ran wide, and once I got on the marbles, I couldn't get it back on the racing line, and that enabled Chris to get by.
I'll tell you what, that was some intense racing to watch, and but Chris, I'll tell you what, when first of all, congratulations, but when Thiago first got into the back of Canavan, and then they checked up, and Aaron checked up, and then it was like the parting of the Red Sea, and you went right through and took the lead. That was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that was the climax of the story there. That I saw it kind of coming, and I set myself up. I kind of pushed myself inside of edge a little bit, and I dropped the first gear there. I never go to first, and I had the car real straight, and there was an opening, and I just stomped on it and hit the gap and went from fourth to first just like that. But I almost felt guilty, but the earlier contact with David I was a little teed off about, so I wasn't going to give anybody any breaks at that point.
But I mean, I'll tell you what, overall it was an incredible race to watch. All through the field, especially 1 through 5. Andre had to go there at the end, starting from nearly the back, and gave Aaron a bit of pressure there. But tell you what, you guys put on a great show. Thank you for taking the time to talk, and hopefully we'll do this again in the future.
Race 2 is coming right up. This is open to everybody. 30 minutes, so a shorter race. We'll have a 20-minute qualifying. Good chance we'll go right to qualifying once we get everybody in, and have another fun run at it.
All right, Chris, congratulations, and Canavan and Aaron as well on the podium.
Thanks for the broadcast, Al.
Thank you.
Well, that's going to do it here tonight from Magny Course, and incredible race here at with the M3s, and it was just fun to watch and great to broadcast. So thank you everybody for tuning in. And like I mentioned the other day, earlier in the broadcast, we have GT2 and GT1 season starting up next week. So go ahead and sign up if you're interested in racing, and hopefully we'll see you on track. NorthAmericanGP.com. Thanks, guys.